Wish you all a pleasurable afternoon. I am Subhransu Panda from BS High School, Sundargarh. Hey, welcome all of you, my dear students, to virtual classes Sundargarh. Today we are going to deal with an interesting short story, namely the beggar, that which is filled with so many moral lessons, so many plastic words, so many can say that is still relevant with our modern day time, that has so much relevancy in our modern days, because that is connected or related with, or that is regarding our modern day big issue, unemployment. So many moral lessons are filled with so many moral lessons are filled in the unit 1, and that we will come across when we will read that. Yes, let us start the text. Unit 1, the beggar. The name of the topic, or the title of the topic, the title of the short story is the beggar. We will deal with the part 1 only. Yes, let us see a picture first. So the picture we can get, or we can know the meaning of the story. What are the things you are watching on the smart board in this picture? Can anyone answer? Any high school? What are the things? What are the thing you are watching? What are the thing? Is it clear or not? What are the things that you are watching on the smart board? Can anybody say? One. Let me see. Look at the pictures. This is a street of. This is a Russian street. People are sitting on the side of the on the one side of the road. What they are doing? Can anybody say what they are doing? What condition this man? That their condition. What kind of dress they have worn? High school. Can anybody say what is their condition in this picture? What do we call them? Only when we see them on the road. You can say yes. Look at the picture. On the one side of the road, there are so many people who are begging, who are requesting for money. Yes. And what do we call them? We call them beggars. Yes? Yes or no? We call them beggars. So the topic of today is the same, that is beggar. Let us start with the text or the extract. The beggar. Have you seen any beggar in your life? Walking on the street or begging on the street? Have you seen anybody? Yes, the beggar is a person who has not any work because of his physical disability or any other reasons. They are professional beggar. What they do? They just what they do? They fulfill their needs by begging. I mean to say that they beg for food. They beg for their medicine. They beg for everything. They do not have house. They do not have lodging. So what they do? They just beg and fulfill their needs, basic needs. You cannot say they have so many needs. They have just basic needs. Even they do not have place to reside. Yes, they do not have house to reside. So let us start the text. Unit 1. Unit 1 only will be done by us today. quotation mark start, kind sir, comma, have pity, semicolon, turn your attention to poor, hungry man, exclamation mark. For 3 days I have had nothing to eat. This is the request of a beggar. What he is doing? He is requesting here. Look at the sentence, first sentence, quotation mark is started there. Kind sir. How beggar beg money or anything else? They request. They cannot ask for anything so forcefully. Yes. So, kind sir, have pity. Being kindful, please look at me. Focus your or put your attention towards me. I do not have eaten for last 3 days. I am hungry for last 3 days. He is saying. Who is saying? The beggar is saying. Yes. Then after semicolon, I haven't 5 kopecks for a logging. But he is saying, I do not have 5 kopecks. Kopeck means, look at the picture. This is kopeck. This is, as it is rupee in our own country, that is India. Likewise, in Russia, they have their own coin that is called as kopecks. Yes, that is called as kopecks. Look at the picture. This is the picture of kopecks. Yes. Kopecks is nothing but a Russian coin. Yes. And if you go to Russia with your rupee, which is prevalent in our India, that cannot be used there. You need to convert that into kopecks. Kopecks is something, some coin that can be used there in Russia. I haven't 5 kopecks for a logging. Logging means to live. I do not have a place to reside, to spend time. I do not have house, he is saying. I do not have 5 kopecks. Most probably 5 kopecks is needed to hire a house, but he has not that much kopecks. So what he is saying, I do not have money to live or to spend time in a house. Yes, look at the, or focus on the word logging. Yes, focus on the word logging. In the word we have seen the letter, the third letter, which is D, that is silent, that is remain silent in the word. We will pronounce it in the way that it is logging. It is not loading. Yes, it is logging. D is remain silent in the picture. Yes. So when you will come across the word in future, what you will do? You will focus on the word and focus on the letter D, that will be remain silent. Yes, I swear. Then full stop. Then again one sentence is started. That is, I swear it before God. For 8 years I was a village school teacher, and then I lost my place through intrigues. Look at the words, some bombastic words are used here. But he is saying, I swear, I promise before God, for the sake of God, I was a village teacher. Yes, what he was? What was his profession? He was a village teacher, he is saying. Who is saying? Who is saying? Can anybody say? The beggar is saying that I was a village teacher. Yes. For 8 years, he worked as a village teacher. Yes, and then I lost my place through intrigues. What? Intrigues. Actually, he was a village teacher, but he was removed from his position. He was discarded from his job. He was removed from his job. What was the reason behind the removal of his position as teacher? The reason was intrigues. But what is intrigues? Intrigues means to plan something to remove someone from his position or from his job. Yes, later on we will know the meaning of the word very well when we will be discussing about the meaning of the difficult words later on. It is a year now since I have had anything to do. It is a year now since I have had anything to do. It has been 1 year I do not have anything to do. I mean to say that he is wandering like a jobless person. He is facing the problem of what? Unemployment. Yes? Come to the next paragraph. The advocate Sergei. Till this point, we have one character. That is the beggar. The beggar is saying the whole paragraph. Now, in the second paragraph, we have one more what? We have one more character has been introduced. And the name of the character is Sergei. Sergei. What is the name of the character? Sergei. Yes, he is an advocate. What does he do? What is his profession? He is an advocate. Can anybody say who is an advocate? What does an advocate do? Can anybody say from any high school? No. An advocate will, what does he do? He will always, if you have any case in your court, so that if you have any case in your court, who will fight for you? Who will fight in favor of you? You need an advocate to fight for you. Yes, you cannot go and fight in court. So you need court. You need an advocate to fight in the court. Yes, the advocate Sergei looked at the wrecked, fawn-colored overcoat of the suppliant. Yes, the advocate. Now the advocate has been introduced in our story, and he has seen whom? He has seen the beggar. Yes, what was the condition of the beggar? He was wrecked, fawn-colored overcoat of the suppliant. Sergei has put his attention on the whole scenario of the beggar. Yes, how was his condition? His clothes were torn, totally, severely torn. Yes, kiri jaitila pura, kon hoitila, nashto hoy jaitila. Look at the picture. In this way, the cloth of the beggar was torn. Yes, his condition was like that. Fawn-colored overcoat. Yes, light brown. Light brown. Fawn means light browns. How was the color of the shirt that was worn by our beggar? That was light brown or fawn, you can see. Yes, at his dull, drunken eyes are the red spot on either cheek, and it seemed to him as if he had seen this man somewhere before. When Sergei the advocate, the lawyer, has seen the beggar on the street, it seemed to him that Sergei has seen the beggar somewhere else. Now we have known how the condition of the beggar was. He was wearing a torn cloth, torn shirt. Then he was a dull man. He was a lazy man. Then he had drunken eyes. Drunken eyes means he was always intoxicated. Means he was always taking wine or other kind of intoxicated things. Yes. So when Sergei saw the person or saw the beggar for the first time, what was the condition of the beggar? His dress was totally torn. Then he was looking dull. He is saying that for last 3 days I do not have eaten anything. So how would be the condition of the beggar? If you do not eat, then you will be weak. You will be looking weak. Yes. So what was the condition of the beggar? He was dull. He was looking lean and thin. He was intoxicated. So his condition was not good. Come to the next slide. Quotation mark started. I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. Then again the beggar is saying that I have now and I have now had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga. Yes, Kaluga is a town in Russia. Look at the picture of Kaluga. This is Kaluga town of Russia. Look at the picture. This is Kaluga. So, what is the beggar saying? The beggar is saying that I have an offer to do a job in a province of Kaluga, in a place of Kaluga. But what is the reason why he is jobless? Though he is given a chance to work, but still where he is jobless. That is a reason. Let us know the reason. The mendicant went on. Mendicant means this word is used for beggar. Yes, mendicant means nothing but beggar. Yes, this is the synonyms of the word beggar. गरीब जाकु कहउछि मा भिक्षुक जाकु कहउछि हला. Let us do another sentence. But I haven't the money to get there. Help me kindly. Semicolon. I am ashamed to ask, but I am obliged to by circumstances. What is the reason behind the joblessness of the beggar? There is a reason that he has not money to reach the place, namely Kaluga, so that he is jobless. He is saying, according to him, he is jobless because he has not money to get the place, namely Kaluga. Yes. Come to the next paragraph. Sergei's eyes fell on the man's overshoes. Can anybody say who is Sergei? Can anybody say who is Sergei? The advocate. Yes. The advocate, the lawyer is Sergei. Yes. Sergei's eyes fell on the man overshoes. No, lawyers are very eminent, lawyers are very cunning, lawyers are very clever. So, at the first glance, they can know by watching your face that what kind of person you are. Yes. So Sergei's eyes fell on the man's overshoes. We use shoes. So the beggar also used shoes. So Sergei's eyes or his attention was fallen on the both shoes of the beggar. Yes, one of which was high and the other was low, and he suddenly remembered something. Yes, it means that when Sergei saw the shoes of the beggar, he suddenly remembered something. Suddenly किछि गुटे मने पकाइले. कोन मने पकाइले? देखिबा जे से हमर जो के अछि हमर बेगर अछि तार गुटिए हिल चप्पल रो बा हमर शूज रो हिल गुटे छोट थिला आ गुटे बड़ रहउतला हैला. The pole was, one was low, one was high. So when Sergei's attention was fallen on the both shoes of the beggar, he found that I have seen the person somewhere. Mu dekhichi yaku keunchi bolchi. Quotation mark started one more paragraph. Look here, it seems to me I met you the day before yesterday in Sadovya Street. Sergei suddenly remembered the thing that he had seen the beggar somewhere else, and the place where Sergei saw the beggar is Sadovya Street. What is the name of the place where Sergei saw the beggar? That is Sadovya Street. And look at the Sadovya Street. This is Sadovya Street. You can watch. This is the Sadovya town or the Sadovya Street in Russia. Yes. So he suddenly remembered that he had seen the person somewhere, and that place was Sadovya Street. There Sergei saw the beggar. Then, but you told me then that you were a student who had been expelled and not a village school teacher. Do you remember? Again, what he said? Suddenly the advocate remembered that that yesterday he saw the same beggar in Sadovya street, but at the time he said that he was not a school teacher. Rather, he was a school teacher who was expelled from his school. Expelled means to force someone to be removed from an institution. Especially when students are very naughty, what does a teacher do? He has to expel the students. Yes. So likewise, in this story, the beggar was saying that he was a student. First he said that he was a teacher, but secondly he is saying he was a student. So he is nothing but a teacher. From this point, from 2 points, we knew that the beggar was nothing but a cheater. He was a liar. Yes. Suddenly the advocate knew that. No sooner the advocate saw the person, he recognized that he was the person. He was yesterday saying that he was a student, but right now he is saying I am a teacher, or I was a teacher. Yes. So he was nothing but a liar. No, quotation mark started. No, comma, that can't be so, mumbled the beggar, taken aback. Quotation full stop, quotation mark is started. I am a village school teacher, and if you like, I can show you my papers. Yes, he is saying that he is mumbling. Where he is mumbling? When we do something wrong, or when we make any mistake, we just mumble. What does we do? We mumble. Mumble means we speak slowly. Yes, when you make a mistake, and when you are asked that, have you done that? No, we do not have done that, but we say that so slowly, not speedily. Yes, so he is mumbling. He is बहुत कले कले कहूची नहीं. Okay, the beggar is saying that I do not have said so. If you want to see my papers, that whether I was a teacher or not, if you want to check that, you see my paper. I can show you my paper. Yes. Quotation mark started again. Have done with lying. Quotation mark. You called yourself a student and even told me that you had been expelled for. Full stop. Do not you remember? Quotation mark and is in that. So yesterday when the beggar met with the advocate, what did he say? He said that I was a student, but right now he is saying that I am a teacher. I can show my papers. That whether I was a teacher or not, you can check. But he is an advocate. He knew the reality. He knew the reality, whether he was a teacher or a student. He knew that he was a liar, nothing but a liar. He suddenly knew that. Sergei thirst and torn from the racked creature with an expression of disgust. Then what did he do? Suddenly he flushed. Flushed means to be very angry and say something. To be very angry. When people are become very angry, you will find that their face will be torn into red. Yes, in that manner, Sergei also, the advocate also became so angry. Yes, and he became disgust. Disgust means when we are so bored, when we are so angry, we have a feeling. That feeling is known as disgust. Yes. Come to the next paragraph. This is dishonesty, my dear sir, he cried angrily. This is swindling. I shall send the police for you. Then you, this is dishonesty, my dear sir. The beggar is the beggar कौन कहूँ जे एटा ठीक नुहे सर मु जहाँ कही सब सत्य जदि सत्य नुहे मु कौन करी जदि तुम एमती मत आलेज कर मत एमती ब्लेम कर कौन करी आई विल कॉल फॉर पुलिस. Yes, I will make you arrest by the policeman. Yes, that is something the beggar had said. Come to the next paragraph. Sir, quotation mark is started. exclamation mark, quotation mark is in that. He said, lying his hand on his heart, the fact is, I was lying. Exclamation mark is put, I am neither a student nor a school teacher. Then the right thing said by the reality is said by the beggar. He is saying that I am neither a student nor a teacher. The reality, the truth is being spoken by the beggar right now. I am neither a student nor a school teacher. Full stop. All that was fiction. All that was fiction. ମୁଁ ଯାହା କହିଥିଲି ସବୁ କ'ଣ fiction କହିଲେ something that we imagine and write, something we imagine and say, that will be called as fiction. ମନ ଗଢ଼ା କାହାଣୀ ଯାହାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ. Yes, all that was fiction. Formerly, I sang in a Russian choir and was sent away for drunkenness. What he is saying right now? He is saying that all that was fiction. ସବୁ ମୋର ମାନେ ମନରୁ ଗଢ଼ା ହେଇଥିବା କାହାଣୀ ଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ସତରେ ମୁଁ କ'ଣ ଗୋଟେ ଥିଲି, ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ରଷିଆନ ଚଏରରେ କାମ କରୁଥିଲି. ରଷିଆନ ଚଏର, look at the picture of Russian choir. This is Russian choir. Yes, Russian choir means a group of people or a group of band party. They play or sing songs or play music when something ritual things are happen. What they do, they play song or they play different kind of musical instrument. When if someone dies, there are most of the people of the Russia are Christian. So what they do when someone dies, they are called, and when they reach the church, they will start singing and playing different kind of musical items. Yes. Now he is saying that what is the truth is that the beggar was nothing but a person from a Russian choir. Yes, गोटे रशिया रो गोटे बैंड पार्टी रो गोटे सदस्य थिला. से सेठारे गीत गाउथला, कोन करूथला, गीत बोलुथला, कोन करूथला, he was singing there. But because of his drunkenness, कोन हला से he was removed from his job, he was removed from that band party. Yes, but what else can I do? Now the beggar is saying that what else I can do? I do not have any job to do, so what else I can do? If you do not have any work, then you will start begging. Not good. So he should work anywhere for food, for any other needs, because he was physically so fit, so where he needed to beg. But he had chosen the option to beg. Come to the next line. I can't get along without lying. No one will give me anything when I tell the truth. What can I do? Now the beggar is saying that what I will say. What I will say. ମୁଁ କ'ଣ କହିବି? ଯଦି ମୁଁ କହିବି ମତେ ଭିକ୍ଷା ଦିଅ ବା କୌଣସି ପଇସା ଦିଅ ବା କୌଣସି ଅଦର ନିଡ୍ ଦରକାର ଅଛି କହିବି, ଯଦି କ'ଣ ହେବ, ମତେ କେହି ଦେବେନି. କାହିଁକି ଦେବେ ନାହିଁ? କେହି କହିପାରିବ କି? କାହିଁକି ଦେବେ ନାହିଁ? Because he was physically fit. He was both physically and mentally fit. Most of the beggars are, you must have seen that they are handicapped, they are visually impaired, some have problem in their legs, some have problem in their mouth, some have problem in their hands, because they cannot do any work. Because of that they beg. But the person is physically so fit. Because of that, nobody will give him money or anything. So that what he did, he started saying lies, different kinds of lies. First he said I was a village teacher. Secondly he is saying that he was a student. Yes, so he was saying lies for getting money or for maintaining all his needs or requirements. Now come to the last paragraph. What can you do? You ask what you can do. Now Sergey again comes and he is saying that what can you do? You are saying that कौन करिबी बोली तुम पचारुछ तुम मेंटली और फिजिकली ठीक अछ किंतु काहे कि तुम काम करूनो आ खाली भिक्षुक बोलिया बिको खाली मागुछ के कहला सर्गेई कहला यू आस्क व्हाट यू कैन डू राइट सर्गेई कमिंग क्लोज टू हिम इन एंगर द एडवोकेट बिकेम सो angry and came closer to the beggar and said that what can you do? You are both mentally and physically so strong, so sound, and you are asking me what can I do? You can do everything, he is saying. That is what you can do. You must work. And he is saying you are so fit to work. Where are not you doing any work? Where are not doing any work for earning money? Where are you begging? You are so fit. In angry mood, the advocate, namely Sergey, is saying so. Quotation mark is started. What? Yes, I know that myself. But where can I find work? The beggar is now replying that. What he is saying? He is saying that I know I need to work for food, for clothes, for everything. But where do I get any work? Where do I get any work? Who will give me a chance to work? Who is saying? The beggar. ମୁଁ କେଉଁଠୁ ପାଇବି କାମ? ମୋତେ କାମ କେହି ଦେଉନାହାନ୍ତି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଇଚ୍ଛା କରୁଛି. Yes. Then quotation mark is started. Now would you like to chop woods for me? Sergey, the advocate, the strict person. Actually, you must have known that those who are from our judicial system, those who are connected with our judicial system, they are not so kindful. They first try to check the reality. What is the reality? Then they will be kindful or not. They will first know. They will first understand the whole scenario, what actually happens. Then they will take action. So he is not so kindful. Sergey replied that, will you work for me? Will you chop wood for me? Yes. Now I won't refuse to do that. But in these days, even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread. Again, the beggar is replying that he is saying that now skillful. What? Skillful woodcutters are sitting at their home. They are not getting anything to eat. They do not have work to do. If I do that work, who will ask me to chop the wood? But Sergey has said that you will work for me. Let us see what happens next. Will you come and chop woods for me? Who is saying? Sergey is saying that मो पाखकु आस मो घर को आस मु तुमको काठ देवी ताकू छोट छोट खंड करिवो. चॉपिंग मीन्स छोट छोट means cut something into pieces. Here wood will be cut down into pieces. Yes, and that pieces are used in Russia because Russia is a cold country. There woods is needed to warm the house. They burn they burn this chop woods and they get warm, get their house warm. Yes. Next. Yes sir, I will. Then the beggar replied that I will chop woods for you. Yes, very well, we will soon find out. Yes, पुणी आमे देखाबा चलो आम घर को माने कोन करबो. You will need to chop the woods into pieces. That is something Sergey said. This is the end of the paragraph 1 or part 1. Yes. Now we have some difficult words from the extract that we dealt with. First difficult word is opaque. Opaque means, I said you, that is nothing but Russian coin. As we have rupee in our India, they have their own coin. They have their own coin, that is kopeck. Yes. Swear. Swear means we say that when we have any thing to say that I swear. That means I swear means I promise. I swear that tomorrow I will go to school. If your friend asks you that, will you come to school tomorrow? I swear I will go to school tomorrow. Swear means to promise. Introduce, I have already said that introduce means a secret plot or plan to blame someone or to remove someone from his job or anything else. Yes, introduce means to make plan, to remove someone, to blame someone. Yes. Racked. Racked is it is the adjective word. It is two-stage adjective in the particular unit. Wearing old and torn clothes. I showed you the picture how the shirt was or the coat was torn. So ragged means nothing but old and torn clothes. Fawn. Fawn means light brown. Light brown means something which is not deep brown. Something that is light brown. Come brown. Deep nothing. Suppliant. Suppliant means a person making humble request. Who is suppliant here in the story? Can anybody say who is suppliant? Two characters we have dealt with. One is Sergei, another one is beggar. Who can say who is suppliant here in the story? No, suppliant. The beggar is suppliant. Yes. Mendicant is also synonyms of beggar. Expelled means to force a pupil to leave a school. Swindling means cheating a person of money. Thus means becomes red or becomes angry. Disgust means strong disapproval. Disgust, to be very angry. Yes. Fiction means imaginary story. I already said that. Choirs means singing group or melody party. Yes. Melody party. Choir, I have already shown the picture of choir. How does that make? Now we have some questions for you. I have made the questions for you from the extract that we have already discussed about. Some of the MCQ questions from Unit 1. First question is that which country are both Sergei and the beggar from? Which country are both Sergei and the beggar from? Question mark. Can anybody answer? We have four options. First option is India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. Fourth is Russia. Can anybody say? Sunmura High School? Yes. Yes. Sound is not coming out. Option 4. Yes, that is Russia. We have so many times come across the country name Russia. In the we told about the Russian coin. We told about the Russian choir. So obviously they are from Russia. Second question is that how does the beggar look like, or how was the first appearance of the beggar? How was the first appearance of the beggar? Number 1, dull and drunken eyes, blue eyes, bright eyes, red eyes. Four options you have.
And drunken eyes.
Yes, very good. Sit down. Very good. The answer is option A, dull and drunken eyes. Third question is what is a kopeck? What is a kopeck?
Russian coin.
Russian coin. Very good. Very good. Sit down. Option number 4th. Where did Sergei meet the beggar for the first time? Where did Sergei meet the beggar for the first time? Kaluga is not the place where Sergei met with the beggar. That is Sorbo Dev Street. Yes, Sadavya Street is
Sadavya
the right
Street.
answer. Yes, yes, very good. Sit down. Question number 5. Where was the beggar removed from the Russian chair? What was the reason behind the removal of the
Drunkenness.
beggar from the...
Drunkenness.
Yes, very good. Drunkenness.
Drunkenness.
Yes, very good. Sit down.
Yeah.
The answer is drunkenness. Yes. Now you have a homework. There is a question. You need to do that at your home. The question is that, do you like people to beg? तुम्हें कौन people माने भिक्षा मागुथुबार पसंद करो कि? जदि हाँ रीजन लिखिबो, जदि नहीं तार भी रीजन लिखिबो. हैला note down the, take it down in your copy and write the answer. Yes. Thank you to Sundargarh DO office and other organization related to this step or this initiative for teaching in this way. It was a pleasurable incident for me to come to the DO office and teach in this way. And thank you all of you, all the teachers, all the students who were present in the class. Thank you all of you.